empty cup. Just crack a smile and fill it up. Fill it up.
Anyways, welcome to After the Final Pour. I'm one of your hosts, Tony Golick, joined always with
Brandon Winninger.
and
Clark Fettridge.
what do you think about this beer?
Chode.
Roasty. What are we drinking? What are we drinking tonight, Brandon? Because you cracked this one from your cellar, buddy.
We are drinking more brewing companies. Arketype Almond Fudge Macaroon. It is an Imperial stout with almonds, cocoa nibs, and cocoa nut. And it is dialing in at a hefty 14% ABV.
Brandon, or not Brandon, Clark, do you have any more information than what Brandon just...
Any other questions?
What does this beer smell like?
No, I don't have a whole lot, and I'm not finding much other than information from Untappd, is what I'm seeing in front of me.
Yeah. What do you guys think of it?
It's thick, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely thick. So my first sip, I took an actual, good sip.
I'm going to do that
A
right
little
now.
bit overwhelmed with kind of everything. I am noticing everything. The coconut is light. I'm not getting much of that coming through. Cocoa nib, definitely that is present. And in a pleasant way. We've talked about beers just recently where it could be kind of off-putting or seem like it just doesn't play well with everything else at first. But definitely goes really well. And then almond. Almond is such a weird one in beers for me.
It's hard to find almond in beers.
What I feel...
to taste it.
I honestly, depending on how they use the almond, I feel like it may contribute to more of the mouthfeel. If it's a powdered almond type substance or something like that, I feel like that attributes to the thickness.
Get up, get down with the thickness.
It mellows out the cocoa nib a little bit, and that may actually be what's dampering the coconut. I'm not getting that much coconut. It could be because the almond, I don't know, or it could be just because there's just not that much coconut in here, but they put it in there, so they have to say that they put it in here.
Total side thought, they do make an almond extract that you can use for beers, and there's also almond extracts for baking.
Yeah.
I wonder if we, just for shits and giggles, one day did a 1 gallon batch of a stout where we just use the almond and coconut extract and mess around with that and see if we can actually come up with a real
Or do
almond.
a 5 gallon batch and just do some experiments.
Yeah,
Or
split it
even
up
just
wherever.
a French press with a little bit of almond. I mean, even to start.
Yeah.
I like almond extract
I do
myself.
too. I think almond. I love the taste that.
But I don't know.
I love almond cookies.
I wish I could
almond
find
bark.
exactly
I
what
love
type
almonds. I
of
eat
almonds.
all the time, man. Yeah, sorry.
I wish I could find exactly what type of almonds, because I'm not getting that almond extract flavor.
No.
But as you said, when I first had a couple sips, I'm going, oh, is there lactose or something? Is this a milk stout? Because there's a creaminess to it.
Yeah.
So
maybe that does have something to do with the almond, and
Maybe because
depending how they used it.
Do they use? Is there a powdered almond?
Yeah.
Just like there's powdered peanut butter. There has to be
Well, so
unless they're using the flavoring agents.
I heard what you had said was in it, and if I'm not mistaken, there's vanilla in this, correct? Is that one of the ingredients?
No.
Not technically not.
So there's
Almond,
a creaminess.
cocoa nibs, and cocoa nut.
Interesting, because I get chocolate, a little vanilla, and that's about it. I'm not getting much coconut, and I feel like when coconut is used, it's very difficult to use the right amount of coconut, because if you overdo it, I feel like it's safer to underdo it, because if you overdo it, you can end up with what tastes like what suntan lotion smells like.
Correct.
So that makes sense. So I feel like a lot of people maybe sometimes just take it easy with the coconut. Now, Goose Island's 2014 prop had coconut in it. If I'm not mistaken, maybe some coconut water that ended up in it as well. I know one of them they did that, but I wasn't sure if it was 14. But 14 had coconut in it, and that you actually saw maybe would have been a little bit of the fat like
The oil.
Yeah, that was just sitting on there because it sat there.
Yeah,
It'd be
it was
if
coconut water.
Well, and that was,
coconut water.
so
There. Yeah, that
was,
gave like a better flavor.
When I brewed the mango coconut stout, like I was reading so much about how to add coconut into beer, and everything was going back to the tincture, and it was like I knew I was going to do that, but then I read like literally one thing that said about coconut fat, and it hadn't dawned on me, and the big thing that it said was that it kills the head, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And I said, how am I going to get as much of that fat out of there as possible? So I came up with a really creative process, and I don't know if this could ever be replicated. So I have a big metal spoon, right? I have my coconut and vodka sitting there, and what I was doing is had another sanitized slotted spoon. I think that's what I was doing. No, I was pouring it in. So I was pouring. No. So what I was doing, I was pouring the liquid into a not a colander, but I had like a strainer with a coffee filter in it, and I was pouring it in there. And what was happening? It was so thick, and I was like, that's got to be the fat.
Sure.
So I was taking this spoon. I took an air duster, turned it upside down, and blasted it so it got ice cold. And I put it in there, and it would start boiling.
Oh, wow.
But then everything that came out was fat. Just solidified to the spoon. Wiped the spoon off, did it again. Wiped the spoon off, for a homebrew batch, that's feasible.
Yeah.
So, and I was doing that over and over again, for about like 20 minutes. And I feel like I got most of it out. Because
I didn't come across... that beer had plenty of head on it the first time I tried pouring it.
Well, that was all head at first.
Yeah, but that beer ended up being... I got the last of it, thank you, by the way. That was really good.
But yeah, so that, if I do coconut again and I add, around 8 ounces, that's exactly how I'm going to try to get the fat out again.
Halloween's around the corner, and I think maybe we should try and do the Almond Joy beer again. Maybe that's the time to try some of that almond extract.
So I am getting a bit more of the almond extract. Not the almond extract. Some almond extract flavor.
Or almond flavor.
Now that it's warming up
Is it
a little
almond
bit.
flavor or almond extract? Because almond extract is very...
It's very different than...
Oh, totally. No, I agree. But I feel like I might be getting some of that now. I could be...
Oh.
See? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting a lot of chocolate.
I'm getting almond.
It's starting to slowly... It's still not too
Is there
strong.
cinnamon in this? I'm joking. That was
I think it's McKenna.
That was the other after Final Four. Yeah, nah.
But see, on
I
that
get chocolate, and you know what? Actually, you guys were saying almond. Hold on, let me sit back.
I mean,
go looking for it, man.
I'm not finding almond. I'm
dive.
There's like a little bit of coconut.
Huh.
Like nobody can see what I'm doing except for you guys. But I'm doing like a very small
coconut.
Ooh, on that last one, I got it on my tongue the right way.
Please.
Almond extract, all up
you're
in there.
getting almond. You're getting almond. I'm getting. Oh, that's gonna sound great.
Just hitting my water
But
bottle.
what I do like about this is nothing's overpowering. It's like
overall,
it's very subdued.
It's a sweet. It's
just a nice, lovely stout.
Yeah, it's a sweet stout. It's a little sticky, but man, it's delicious.
It's totally sticky.
Like if you're trying to really find all the flavors, if you're gonna be a dickhead about it and be like, I don't taste this. This is I don't like this beer because I don't taste. Well, okay, well that sucks to be you. Because overall, no matter what, this stout is really good.
You mean kind of like how we are on pumpkin beer episodes?
Fuck that. We were
Like, well,
dissect pumpkin
that
beers.
is 3.2 ounces of pumpkin mash instead of 3.3, so we give this a 0.
That's more of your reviews than what we say.
That's my other show, maybe.
What is it? Who's on
probably
that show?
shouldn't
Yeah, what's the name of that show?
Clark rates pumpkin beers. And the logo has musical notes above it so people know that the name of the show is actually sung.
Right, it's not just said; it has to be sung. What's your favorite podcast? And so it's like
Clark rates pumpkin beers.
Like, why are you singing? Like, well, that's how it's said. You can't say it. You have to.
Because I think underneath, that's so at the top, just so everyone knows, are
it
the
kind of
musical
sounds
notes.
like a ripoff of After the Final
Then the
Pour.
title, and then below it in parentheses, sing the title of the podcast.
Right, but the actual little melody kind of sounds like a ripoff of After the Final Pour.
No, sing After the Final Pour.
After the Final Pour.
Clark drinks pumpkin beers.
Is it like the difference between
It's like the generic
Ice Ice
version.
Baby?
Yeah, exactly.
And Under Pressure? Yeah.
You change one note,
Dun, dun,
and it's
dun, dun,
totally
dun,
legal.
dun, dun. Yeah.
I checked on it with the lawyers.
All right. Well, we'll just call you.
All of them, actually. I didn't call just one. I called all the lawyers.
All the lawyers everywhere.
Overall, I think this beer is delicious. If someone were to ask me on the street right now,
You're doing a lot of that this month.
Well, I just also realized that I didn't do a rant at all this month so
Thank
far,
God.
or recently. I haven't done any.
You don't do rants. There's no time for rants.
I know, but if someone were to walk up to me on the street and go, "Tony, what?"
Hey, should we introduce a new part of the show?
Absolutely,
A skit.
sure.
So,
All right.
okay, today's
Walking-
skit is
All right, walking down the street.
Tony's walking down the street and some random dude comes up and asks him what he thinks about a random beer he drank recently.
Here we go. This is me walking down the street. Click, click. What a lovely day today is.
Hey, man.
Oh, hey, hello, sir.
My name's Zach Prack.
Well, I'm sorry. What's your name?
Zach Prack.
Zach Prack.
How you doing, man?
I'm okay. You seem like something's wrong, and there's a lot of birds off in the
Everything's fine, man.
distance. All right. Okay.
Just curious.
Yes.
You had any of that new more stout that they're putting out?
Are you smoking a joint right now?
Yeah, man.
What more stout are you talking about?
Fudge Macaroon 2021.
Okay. Well, yeah, I have had that.
If you had to rate it, what would you do? What would you rate it?
What's the scale that I have to rate it off of?
1 to 5.
1 to 5? I think I'd give it a 4.25.
Sweet, man. Thanks.
Thanks. You know, Zach, it was real nice meeting you.
Have a good day.
Nope, that's it.
Yeah, that's all, man.
One
That's
hit for
all
the
I wanted
road.
to know.
All right. Bye, Zach. Well, that was nice. Yeah, I like that.
I think skit we bring in every now and then
I think so. As long as Zach comes back
to get
on.
things off the rails, you know?
We call it Zach Attack.
Yeah, what was that guy's name?
Zach Brack.
Zach Prack.
Zach Brack? Zach, I don't know, man. You tell me. You know Zach, apparently.
Well, actually, I do, because I guess it was a skit. It wasn't real, so it's
Yeah,
not
I
like
mean,
we're
Zach
pretending
is-
it actually happened. It was Zach.
Wait, that was fake?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I think we brought people into the world, and they really saw Zach Brack. And Tony just randomly walking down the street.
That's
That
me
smokes
walking
way
on
too
the
much
street.
weed.
Yeah, that guy smokes way too much weed. There's birds everywhere. I think there was construction going on at one point. I'm not sure. But overall, yes, I'd give it a 4.25, maybe even a 4.5. It's a very good, sweet.
Yeah, I'm right in
sweet
between
stout.
there. Right
I like
in there.
it. Brandon,
Right in that zone.
What do you feel about this one, man?
I'm kind of in the same camp, and what I do enjoy about it is the flavor is there and it's prominent and it's good, it's thick, and it's not barrel aged. So like having
Yeah.
a good I feel like a lot of breweries miss the mark when they go for like a 14% beer, and they don't barrel age it to get something, but not being barrel aged. I'm noticing most of the flavors in here. As it warms up and I kind of drink through it, I'm getting a little bit more and more. Yeah, definitely in the same camp of like 4.2 or 4.5 because it.
It's delicious.
Yeah, and again, for like I said, for a non-barrel aged stout, it's definitely solid.
Oh, fantastic. I agree.
Clark, what would you just agree and that's it?
No, if Zach Brack walked up to me on the street and asked me would I rate it, I'd say it's a 4.
Do we have audio of Zach Brack walking up to you on the street?
Asking me?
Yeah.
Brandon, do you got that?
You got the audio cue?
Nope.
Are you sure? Can you press
Yep.
play?
Yeah,
Press-
I didn't think he did.
You know what? Actually, I have it on my phone. Hold on. Here we
Okay.
go. Let me just
Why don't you
load
play
it up
that
real
for us?
quick.
Go ahead.
Hey man, it's me, Zach Brack. Are you Clark from the Malting Hour?
Yeah, I'm Clark.
Cool man. I just want to know what you think about that new, more stout 2021.
Which one? Are you talking about the Almond Fudge Macaroon?
You got it, man.
Oh, Macaroon, sorry. I'm so high because I'm standing here in your cloud of smoke.
Yeah, dude, it's cool. If you had to rate it 1 to 5, what would it be?
I'd give it a 4.3 because you know what? I'm just different, man. I'm just living my life.
All right, bye.
Wow,
Hey, gotta go take care of my kids. See you later.
that was good.
You sounded real different.
I'm good at voice acting.
Why would you be voice acting just walking down the street?
It's a skit, Tony. It's not real.
That was audio from my phone. Did you guys record something on my
Oh,
phone?
I forgot. That's right. That's weird.
Anyways, thanks for listening after the final pour. Brandon, love you, man.
Love you too, bud.
Clark, tell Zach we said hello.
Brack attack, you know?
Bye. This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us on social media platforms individually. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, on Untapped, BDub Drinks Beer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Asa Phelps Chicago. On Twitter, The Asa Phelps Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all three. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at The Malting Hour.